Hi everyone. I thought I would finish up chapter 10 since I really didn't have that much further to go. And I first wanted to apologize for not having the meeting on Thursday. The day totally slipped by me. So let's get on with chapter 10. I'm sharing my screen. I hope you can see it. And we stopped at page 163 of chapter 10 in the PDF. And to be honest with you, I was totally confused about what he was trying to show. And basically what he was trying to show was how to look at items that are not in the top 100, but beyond. And so I tried to follow it along and I just couldn't get it. So I'll just show you what I try to do. So I went to look at the toy category. And when you get to the landing page for the toys and games, there's not an ability to sort here, but you can select subcategories within toys and games. So when you're on this landing page for toys and games, you can shop by age, shop by price. You can see the most gifted toys. You can shop by category, shop by brand, and that's it. So it doesn't really show you, and then it doesn't even show you any products, really. But if you go into the next subcategory, so if we go to arts and crafts, it does show you, and this is different than what Chris Green had shown in his video, was that it says there's over 9,000 results, but in his video, it was showing an exact number, like 9,254. So I'm not really sure if 9,000 is even close to the number of results within arts and crafts. So that's a little different. And then if you go and scroll down a little bit further, and I have it sorted by featured, and the different options are low to high, price low to high, price high to low, average customer review, and newest arrivals. So I thought, well, maybe featured would keep it in the order within the category. In this particular case, subcategory. But then if you look at, I think these are all sponsored. So I'll go on to the next one. These are not sponsored. Let's go down a little bit more. And you can see that this first item is number 2436. The second item here on the page is 10,314, and the third one is 1199, which if it were in the right order, it should have been the first one in this line. So this isn't what he's talking about, and I'm not really sure how you would see what item number, 101, 102, 103, 104 were. I mean, you could do it if you had the Keepa extension, or, do a data extract and find the top whatever within a category and then look at it by ASIN by ASIN. You could do that. But this isn't what he was talking about. And then the other thing I thought was really kind of interesting was that, and maybe I'm talking more about the extension that I'm looking at, but if you look at newest arrivals, these are sponsored, and then here's the newest arrivals. And newest arrivals, there's not enough time to set up a rank. But then also, and this is just concerning this extension, it says no sellers. So like, well, how could it be a listing if there's no sellers on it? So I went ahead and went in there. And there is a seller. It is sold by ZMM Paint. And so they were the ones that probably created this listing, and there's probably no one else that even knows this listing exists and didn't hop on it. So I thought that was kind of interesting. And looking at this category, that could give you some, not category, the way that you could filter or sort by newest arrivals. You can see the latest and greatest items that are being added into Amazon today. for a particular subcategory. Let's just go into pipe cleaners and see. Oh, and it doesn't have it in there. It doesn't have newest arrivals at the subcategory. Interesting. Anyways, so I thought that was kind of cool. But I still can't figure out how to look at the items 101 and 102. The next thing Chris Green talked about was getting ideas from your competition. So if you were to look at a non-sponsored product, pipe cleaners, Amazon's choice, you can take a look down below. You can see frequently bought together. So these are great bundling ideas. Brands related to this category, which is sponsored. Sponsored products, questions, product info, product description, another great listing. Sponsored, 4 stars and above, sponsored, questions and answers, and reviews. Bestsellers based on your, so this is just my browsing history. So what he was talking about, getting ideas from your competition by looking at customers who bought this item also bought, is not a feature on this particular page, although I have seen it. So I don't know when that section of the product listing shows up, but it can give you ideas as to what products to sell if it's similar to the product that you're looking at. Another thing he talked about was copying successful sellers. And I think, I can't remember where I heard this, but try and find sellers who, you know, have more feedback than you, more stars than you. So if you wanted to just kind of see who this seller is, it's ProShop. And they have, it's 5 stars, or a really good seller, 97% positive, which is great in the last 12 months, and 668 ratings, which is pretty good. So if this is a seller that you want to emulate, go to their storefront and take a look at their products that are in their store. And those are probably products that you can try and see if you can source also. They're the only FBA seller on this one. The only FBA seller, assuming that they are the FBA seller. So they find some really good products, and it's in the top 100 of arts, crafts, and sewing. So that was another great tip that Chris Green gave. And kind of a mindset, if someone is undercutting you, consider that a good thing. Somebody has found your product and they are trying to sell it and they're trying to compete against you. So consider it a good thing. And then also, that's another place to look at that seller and see what kind of items they sell, and you can compete against them. Another tip that Chris Green suggests is don't contact other sellers. If Amazon finds out that you do contact another seller, they may think that you're doing some kind of price fixing or collusion, and it can potentially suspend your account. So you don't want to take any chances and do that. And the last thing he talked about was ethics and pricing mistakes. So say, you know, you're watching Keepa or Camel, and they tell you about this huge price drop. And it's been mentioned that, you know, Amazon will do a big price drop if they're trying to match a current ongoing sale. Another reason for a price drop could potentially be that somebody just typed in the wrong number. So if they wanted to sell something for $112, they forgot the first one, and they're selling it for $12 instead. Somebody's going to catch it, and then it's up to you to determine, okay, well, this person could be losing a lot of money if I buy from them. Should I buy from them? Or you could think, okay, I will buy from them, and then they'll see, oh shoot, the seller will say, hey, oops, I did a pricing mistake, and they could potentially cancel your order. So, you know, it might be okay. So it's totally up to you, just to understand what the reason for big price drops are. It could be a pricing mistake. So that was it for chapter 10. Finally got through it. So for next week, let's go ahead and do chapter 11, deals versus duds, page 186 in the PDF. So we'll see you on Thursday, 4 o'clock Pacific Daylight Time. See you then. Bye.